It is a new day. It is December 25th, 1999. I climb out of bed, dreading the workday ahead. It's freezing this morning, and is that snow? I haven't seen snowfall in years. Alistair prods my leg sleepily. I still can't understand him, but somehow I think this is cat talk for go back to bed. Oh, right. It's Christmas. I don't have anything special planned, so I spend the entire day watching terrible Christmas movies with Alistair. The hours fly by. Suddenly, I hear a knock at the door. Who could it be? Maybe Santa's come to visit you after all, Alistair. Alistair looks excited for a second, but plays it off. Right, I forgot I broke the news about Santa a few years ago to him. I run over to the front door and open it to see... Lise, Merry Christmas! And a very happy holiday. Lise, what are you doing here? Well, I figured we wouldn't see each other since the store's closed, and snowfall in Diamond Cove is so rare, I just had to bask in it. So I took a walk, and before I knew it, I ended up here. Then what's that you're holding? I point to Lise's reusable shopping bag. It looks like there's a book inside. Haha, you caught me! I actually came all the way over here to give you a present. Lise hands me the bag. Keep the bag. You can reduce waste by... Wait, please don't open it in front of me. Oh. I'm not sure why, but it's kind of embarrassing. See you later, alligator. Lise runs off before I can get a word in. Inside Lise's bag is a photo book. It's full of pictures of quirky-looking birds and other park animals. I flip to the last 2 pages. It's covered in photographs that Lise and I took on her Polaroid while we goofed off at work. Oh. Lise scribbled a note on the side, me and my favorite specimen. I can't help but laugh. I'll definitely crack this open whenever I'm feeling down. Thank you, Lise. Lise Christmas. That's so cute. I see someone else coming. Solaire. Merry Christmas. I close the door. Good. Sorry, Deirdre's not feeling well today. Open up, it's an emergency. Ugh. Merry Christmas. Right, thanks, Solaire. Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho, you're very lucky. Santa Blaze is here to give one very special girl a very special gift. Thank you. This is how I imagine him sounding. Solaire pulls a rectangular gift box out of his jacket. Behold! Now I'm sure you're wondering what's inside, but Solaire drones on about what's inside the box, but I already know what it is. It's a bunch of soul cards. I would know because that's the only thing he ever gave me when we dated. I decide to cut him off. He's practically yelling now, and I don't want any noise complaints. Solaire, this is so appreciated. I can't wait to open it, so thanks for stopping by. Ha! You're very welcome, Deirdre. I'm a little sad you haven't invited me in, but I get it. You've always been on the shy side, and... I grab the box from his hands. Right! Anyway, see you later. God damn it. At least he wasn't the only one that visited me today. I open the box, and inevitably there's a card inside. It appears to be custom made. It's me, Princess Sentinel Starlight, painted sloppily with markers and acrylic paint. It's actually kind of sweet. Maybe there's something to be said for Solaire sometimes. I go to read the description, and it says, Solaire Blaze's ultimate sidekick. Wow. Wow. I throw the card in the garbage and move on with my day. Good call. Already time for bed. Well, the time off work was nice while it lasted. Alistair jumps on my stomach to wake me up, demanding food. All right. Another glorious day in work purgatory. We just can't seem to get a breakthrough with figuring out what's happening with our magic or Alistair. But capitalism calls, and I must answer. Sigh. It's a good line. I get settled in behind the cash register when I notice Ara coming. Ara, what are you doing here? Another day, another photo shoot for the line. Oh, I thought maybe you'd be here to see me. That's just a perk of the job. Bang! We hear a strange noise from the back room, then an awful moaning sound. This is definitely creepy. What the hell is that? Is there a dying animal in there? I have no idea. No one should be back there right now. Well, what are you waiting for? Go see what it is. Let's make Ara go first. Me? You go see what it is. How does that make any sense? You always wanted to be the leader of the Sentinels, didn't you? So lead on. That gets her going. Ara huffs and then marches right up to the staff-only door and throws it open to find Lise. Sitting on the floor, surrounded by sample packs of the sentimentality line, her pockets are stuffed. She looks odd. Her shoulders are slumped in exhaustion, but there's a wild desperation in her eyes. Oh, Deirdre, I didn't expect you just yet. What are you doing in here? Just some organizing. Looks like you've completely undone any organization there might have been. Lise turns to Ara, finally noticing her presence. And, is that the celebrity retired magical girl who's peddling her fame for a makeup brand ostensibly for charity? But probably more aptly about a deep sense of purposelessness in her life, so she craves attention and validation. What the fuck? Lise! Ara looks like she might throw Lise through the store's display windows. What is going on with you? Are you okay? Is she okay? I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. It makes me cranky and say things I shouldn't. Lise pulls me aside and tries to whisper. You should be careful around her. Magical girls. I don't think they care what happens to us regular people sometimes, and she seems scary. Lise, this isn't like you. Deirdre, could you cover for me today? I think I need to do something by myself for a while. Bye. Lise, you weren't even... Lise rushes out of the store. On the schedule for today? What was that all about? I don't know. She's never like this. I'm calling a team meeting once I'm done with the photo shoot. You better be there. I will. Ara heads off to find the photographer and their crew. I stand dumbfounded. Everything keeps getting stranger and stranger, but I don't have a lot of time to think about it. A customer comes in, demanding to see the sentimentality line. Time for work. Is it time to retire yet? Welcome to Glamour Pop. Huh? Yikes, is that odor coming from them? Can't be bothered to take care of myself anymore. It's too difficult to bathe, too difficult to brush my teeth. Oh dear. Are you looking for soaps, maybe deodorant? The customer is looking insecure. Flowery deodorant, sentimentality sample body wash, or perfume? Well, I think the body wash is the way to go because the other things are just kind of going to be masking the problem. Maybe this new body wash sample could help. It's inspired by Bubble Girl from the Sentinels. It smells like baby powder. Reminds me of my infant daughter. Right? It has that nostalgic smell. Wait. They totally ran off with the product. Ugh, I'm in big trouble. There are just some people you can't please no matter what. Oh well, I have free time now. Too bad work sucked. I can rally myself to do one thing today, but then I want to go home. Who should I hang out with? Miranda! It's not hard to guess where Miranda will be at any hour of the day. As predicted, I find her hard at work at the woodshop again. Miranda, I know. I like visiting her at the woodshop. It's so wholesome. So analog. She seems to be more intensely concentrating than usual. There's beads of sweat on her brow. Knock knock? Hey Deirdre, come on in. When she sees me, she steps away from her project, the beginnings of a gorgeous bookshelf using different types of wood, and wipes off her sweat. Hot. She hands me safety glasses with a nod. What are you working on today? It must be really tough because you're working up quite the sweat. The project isn't the toughest part. What is? I'm trying to not put any of my magic into it. I thought it would be easier, but it takes a lot of effort just to keep it held back. Interesting. Honestly, it's a bit strange building something this way. Let's praise her. That must be really difficult, and the piece is coming out great. I don't need empty praise. It wasn't empty! It's not. I'm being supportive. It's what you wanted, right? Create without magic? And this time, you can't blow it up. Well, I could. I give her a desperate look. A bookshelf is a lot bigger than a box. The explosion would be pretty but vast. But I won't. Whew. I don't know if this is what I want anymore. Trying to work like this all the time would make my workflow impossibly slow and hard. But then again, I'm trying to figure out where magic fits into my life now. This is an experiment. I don't want magic to be some crutch. And I don't want to assume it has to be part of everything I do. Is this why you wouldn't let me try healing your hands last time? Miranda reflexively looks away. She starts sanding the edge of a woodblock. I can tell she's avoiding more of this conversation. It's part of it, but... Miranda disappears back into her work. It's hard to know what's going on in her head. I don't want to push her to talk. Let's offer to help her on her project. That's a nice present. Can I help with what you're working on? Uh-oh. Miranda looks at me grumpily. Do you know what a spoke shave is? A razor that can talk? My point exactly. Do not touch the dangerous tools. I have this. Oh no, I picked wrong. Sorry, Miranda. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Something's bugging you, and I never know if I should ask or avoid with you. Ugh, Deirdre, fine. Remember when the Shadow Society set up that trap for us at the Natural History Museum? All those reanimated dinosaurs coming right at us? I froze. Poor KJ had to save our skin with their bubbles yet again. I don't think we appreciated how much of a toll protecting all of us took on them. Even I took them for granted sometimes. I wish I'd been better at protecting you all. You're not. I'm not saying this about you. I'm trying to talk about me. It's okay to be dependent on your friends sometimes. There are plenty of times you took initiative. It is okay to be dependent on your friends sometimes. That's not what I'm saying. Wow, our communication styles are just so different. I feel like I'm constantly putting my foot in my mouth. I know. Sorry, I'm trying to understand. Why is it so hard for you to accept help from us? Maybe I'm not explaining it well either. Can we table this for now and talk about it another time? Of course. We spend the rest of our time chatting about her projects. Miranda has a hard time with talking. I know, I feel like I went wrong at every turn with her. I just wanted to help play with the dangerous power tools. She explains to me that a sawhorse is not just a horse covered in saws. Who knew? I should get back to it. Feel free to visit me again sometime. I will. Oh, Miranda. When I arrive at the mall, I see the sentinels hanging around near the escalator. Ara is in the middle of telling the group something, waving her arms around with a conspiratorial look. Looks like she's wearing her in-public disguise again. I've been watching this person for the past few days, and I think I've found who we're looking for. It's Lise. Ara, what are you saying? My work wife? You saw how weird she was acting this morning? Do you really think that's not suspicious? Come on, even you aren't that dense. There's no way. There's no way! But she's always that weird. It's her charming quality. Yes, that's what I like about Lise. I've known Lise a lot longer than you have. I think I would have noticed if she's an evil villain. My work wife would never betray me like that. That might be part of her plan. What if she knows you were the leader of the Sentinels and she wanted to gain your trust so you wouldn't suspect her? And she did it by putting on the makeup in a fancy way. Remember the Dark Moon sirens? They took one look at Jackie and she couldn't do anything but stare at them. So pretty. Although I'm not sure if they actually did something to Jackie or if she's just easily distracted. What if Lise is trying to manipulate you too? Anyone that cute must be suspicious. She is cute. At least I've heard as much. Right, Miranda? You can't suspect someone based solely on how cute they are. That's obviously not the only reason. Deirdre and I are the ones whose magic is being affected the most, and we've been around Lise at the store more than anyone else. I don't think that's a coincidence. Plus, I've overheard her saying how much she doesn't like me in particular, so she could be targeting me now after Deirdre. Is that what this is really about? Someone disliking you doesn't make them evil. Get over yourself. Fuck you. That has nothing to do with it. Are you sure about that? Let's focus. We aren't going to get anywhere if we argue. Ara and KJ both grumble, fine, and settle for glaring at each other. Yeah, KJ's smoking in the mall. True rebel. True punks. Anyways. Until someone has another lead, I think we should investigate Lee's. Suspect Ara, agree to investigate, suggest keeping options open. Well, I don't agree to investigate Lee's, my work wife. I suspect Ara. Really want to blame this on Lee's? It's pretty suspicious. What? Are you being serious right now? Reacting like that isn't helping your case. I can't believe this. What the hell, Deirdre? I'm the one who cares the most about magic. Exactly. You're pretending to care so that we don't suspect you. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Guys, we can't start pointing fingers at each other like this. Yeah, I don't think it's Ara or any of us. I take a deep breath. They're right. Accusing each other won't lead to anything. Sorry, I got too caught up in the moment. Let's investigate Lee's and we'll see where to go from there. No, I don't want to investigate Lee's. You're really going to repeat my plan and take credit for it? Ara, can you stop trying to fight everyone? I'm not. Never mind, you aren't worth it. Let's just figure this out. I'm not so sure it's this Lee's everybody's talking about, but if we have a lead, why not follow it? I can do the investigation since I'm the one who brought it up. No offense, but I think maybe someone more level-headed should go. You might have some bias that accidentally comes through. And that includes you too, KJ. Fair enough. I'll tag along. If anything goes awry, I'll protect you, Deirdre. While that sounds fine to me, you haven't even met Lee's yet. I think I should take someone along who recognizes her mannerisms a bit better. Someone observant. What about you, Miranda? You and I can do it together. Me? Well... Fine, whatever. Let's do that. Okay, let's do it. We spend some time making a plan for investigating Lee's. Hopefully this gives us the answers we need. Finally time for bed. Alistair curls up in bed with me and falls asleep on his side. He always hogs the mattress. Just like my cat. When do I finally get to sleep in? Miranda and I caught up with Lee's just as she left her house this morning. She has her camcorder with her and a bag full of stuff. We stayed far back and follow her as she makes her way a couple blocks from her place to the park. Miranda and I jump behind a tree to observe. What could she be doing here? So far, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm keeping an eye on what's in that bag. Miranda is right, because Lee's has plopped herself down amongst the trees and upends her bag. Out of it spills tons of sentimentality-lined makeup. That's a lot of makeup. Typical. I make one friend outside all the magical craziness and she turns out to be a vain villainess. We don't know yet. We have to see what she does with it. Wait, what's she doing with it? Lee's dons the makeup in her way. It's all over her face like a kid playing dress-up imagination. Trust me, this is not yet out of the ordinary. Oh, well, it's kind of cute. Oh, look at her blush. She's always marched to the beat of her own drum. I like that about her, but what she's been saying lately about magical girls... Has she ever told you why she feels that way? She hasn't. Maybe there's something she's experienced that you don't know about. It can be hard to talk about the pains of our past sometimes. I don't exactly look back all rosy on our fighting days, but I'm not turning evil all of a sudden. You're right. Let's give her a chance to do whatever it is she's doing. Lee's has her camcorder out and seems to be directing some pigeons about their stage blocking. She's laughing, covered in makeup, filming pigeons. This is just odd. It's not odd, it's wonderful. I love her little leaves. And her 90s choker. I remember those. Should we just keep watching or confront her? I just want to keep watching. I want to see what happens. We should wait. This could just be a smokescreen. A silly, quirky moment. Yes. I love it. I love Lee's. It's a very elaborate and effective smokescreen then. We hang back, trying to see if there's more to it. Suddenly, Lee's whips around with her camera to catch a pigeon mid-air. She spots us. Oops. Deirdre and Miranda? What are you doing here? Do you want to be in my documentary? Lee's, what's going on here? Well, I couldn't find real eagles, so I was doing a recreation scene for the climax. Lise's energy burns with passion, but her eyes are a bit wild. Lise, you're just making a movie? I used to make them all the time when I was a kid. I had to pretend I had a camera and I played every animal and the documentary host, but it was great. It was the happiest time in my life. Well, she's not vying for world domination, but this is still extraordinary. I bend down toward the sentimentality makeup. Why do you need all this makeup? Don't touch that! I need it. I use it to turn myself into the animals. Oh. Miranda leans close to Lise. I like what you did with your makeup. Me too. Lise calms down. She smiles widely at Miranda. Really? It's creative and cool. I did stuff like that when I was little too. You did? I miss those days. I was happy, carefree, running around in the state park where I grew up, learning all about ecology and animal biology from my parents. I keep remembering those days and wanting them back. And I'm so tired of being me. I'm so tired of worrying about the future. I just wanted to feel light and silly again. Tears start to stream down Lise's face. No, Lise. Oh, geez. I don't know how to explain. I know it's probably dumb. No, it's not. It's not dumb at all. It's like, I know how that feels, Lise. And I'm not always so good at talking about it either. No. Hug Lise. Wah. I take Lise into a hug. Miranda joins too. Together, we let her sob out her feelings. It's a long, quiet moment, but I think she needed it. I think we all needed it. Wah! When we separate, Lise is calmer. We all feel a bit better. Miranda pulls me aside. I think we can definitely rule Lise out. We'll tell the others at a hideout later, but I think for now you should walk Lise home and make sure she's okay. What if the real magic is crying out our feelings constantly? I agree, Evie. That's the real magic we make along the way. You know, sometimes more often than other times, perhaps. Lise, let me walk you home. Thank you, I'd like that. I walk with Lise back to her apartment where she's greeted excitedly by Mimi and Bobo, her sweet little kitties. I know they'll take good care of her for now. I promise to check in on her soon. As I leave, I know we've answered one question, but now so many more are popping up. Is this connected to magic going away? To the customers at the store acting weird? And who's behind all this? I feel more than ever that we can't leave this alone. I want to protect Lise, my team, and everyone. Therapy is magic, Midori. I 100% agree with that. My gut is telling me that the worst hasn't happened yet. Therapy and crying are different kinds of magical spells, I would say. Work! Is it time to retire? Welcome to Shut the hell up! Everything's too loud. So loud, but I can't hear Ara's voice anymore. Excuse me? Her album used to pull me through the day. Now I feel nothing. Huh? Well, maybe we have something that can help. Tempting to call security, but sentimentality sample Ara's brush set. This sample set of brushes are shaped like microphones. Aren't they so cute? Look, so cute and pink, just like Ara. Ooh, hello? Just give it to me. I can picture it. Ara singing into these brushes. I can hear her voice again, so give it to me now. Rude. Super pushy. Free time. Thankfully, I had a not-so-terrible day at work. I feel like I have the energy to do a couple things today. Who should I go hang out with? KJ! Haven't seen KJ in a while. It's KJ's big night. I rush home to get ready. Alistair watches in judgment as I desperately assemble an outfit for a heavy metal concert. Oh, I'm so excited. Alistair, what do people even wear to these things? Do I own any black clothes? That's funny because today I'm wearing one of like 2 non-black dresses that I own. So I'm the opposite. I model my final 3 outfits for him and he's unimpressed with all of them. Well, some help you are. I decide to simply embrace who I am and pick out something colorful. I'm sure that's what KJ would want anyway. I get the vibe that's what Alistair was trying to suggest too. Oh, look at how handsome he is. After wasting a bunch of time on my outfit, I'm running late. I race outside my apartment building and leap onto the bus as the doors close. Yes, he's a beautiful boy. Lovely boy. I then take the time to fuss over my makeup as the bus leans and bumps across the city. I try to go for something a little dark and daring since I won't know anyone else but KJ. Why not experiment? I finally arrive and wow, this place is full of weirdos. My kind of place. A sea of black t-shirts, torn denim, piercings, and tattoos. The smell! It smells like a locker room in here. I can't breathe. I order a beer at the bar and hang around people watching, waiting for the bands to start. The others look kind of intimidating at first, but after a few minutes observing, I realize they seem pretty friendly. Over the blaring music, I can just about hear joyful chatter and laughing. I think back to Jackie calling me one of her weirdos, and that must be how some of these people feel about each other. That's nice. I'm suddenly very self-conscious of being a lone, twinkling star in a vast black sky. Oh. Well, at least KJ will know I showed up. Suddenly, the stage lights beam bright and an announcer warms up the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the legendary Newcomers Night at the Crow Bar. The crowd cheers and claps. It's kind of sweet, they're being so friendly to new artists. I hope y'all had a wholesome, cozy, family-friendly Christmas, but Christmas is over, so let's make some noise. The crowd goes wild. The first band up tonight is from our very own Diamond Cove. Give it up for the debut performance of The Hellcats. The crowd applauds and cheers in support as 5 musicians walk on stage and get ready. I spot KJ. Whoa, they went all out on their look for tonight. I'm so excited. Look at KJ's eyeliner. Make some noise. Hello. I scream at the top of my lungs. That's my weirdo. Kill it, KJ. KJ looks up from their bass guitar and peers into the crowd. They spot me and smile, or is that a blush? Some people in the crowd clock that we know each other and laugh. I think that was a good laugh, right? The band finishes their setup and the singer leans into the microphone. Never mind the bollocks, we're the Hellcats! This first one's called Burn Away. The band begins playing and my entire body is assaulted by a wall of sound. Thrashing guitars, pounding drums, crashing cymbals, pitched screaming. I forgot my earplugs at home. KJ tried to warn me. This is awesome! I put my hands in the air and go wild. The intensity of the music blows away my inhibitions. I feel so alive right now. I gotta agree with KJ, this is speaking to me on a totally different level than pop music. When the first song is over, I give my best screech owl hoot in approval. My drifting thoughts are interrupted by another wall of sound and I regret not having my healing powers to undo whatever damage is being done to my hearing. This time, it seems I'm not alone in my suffering. A minute or so into the song, I start to notice the crowd around me losing interest in the performance. Wait, this is not what normal heavy metal music sounds like? I literally have no idea. KJ's really going at it, like really going berserk on stage. Are they feeling okay? I don't even think they're keeping to a beat anymore. The rest of the Hellcats look back at KJ in a mixture of frustration and concern. They try to keep the song going, but KJ's frenzied bass playing is throwing the whole band off for them. The crowd starts to boo and jeer. Many more stand in awkward silence. Fine, fuck you then! In a fit of rage, KJ smashes their bass guitar to pieces on the stage floor. They take a moment to wipe up some tears and regain their cool. They then walk right up to the edge of the stage and lock eyes with me. Princess, we're leaving. Let's go. A stunned silence follows and every single person in the room turns to glare at me. What the heck did I do? I was just watching. KJ storms backstage, brushing off any attempts the bandmates make to help. I get the sense this may not be the first time this has happened. Awkward indeed. I make my way outside, avoiding eye contact with everybody. I find KJ's motorbike and wait for them there. What the heck took over them? I've never seen KJ that angry before. I hope it wasn't anything I said or did. I read faster than Sonic himself? I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? KJ arrives a few minutes later, looking totally defeated. They didn't even take off their stage makeup. Should I say something? You were amazing. KJ glares at me. It's a good thing? Okay, thank you, Daywalker. Thanks, Mom. Not. You know I blew it. I knew I blew it. Don't pretend otherwise. They let out a long sigh. That was not cool of me. I'm sorry for how tonight turned out. Thanks for coming all the way out here for me. Let me give you a ride home? Sure, but do you want to talk about what happened? Thanks, but the ride will give me time to think before we talk. I do my best thinking on my bike. Mind if I take the scenic route home? Sure, if that'll help. It would. Thanks, Deirdre. We saddle up and KJ takes me on a long nighttime ride around Diamond Cove. The waterfront is strikingly beautiful at night. The pale moon rests high above a calm ink-black ocean, and the golden lights of the city glitter like stars on the water. The scenery is enough to distract me for a while. A diversion from what I'd witnessed back on the stage and what kind of conversation could be waiting on the other end of this late-night ride. I hold on to KJ tighter to protect myself from the cold December air. I wonder what's going on under their helmet. For all I know, they're crying their heart out, but I can't tell. No. After about half an hour, we roll up outside my building. KJ takes off their helmet and seems to be in a better mood. I kind of like being your personal chauffeur. I'm sorry it's so cold out. Mind if we go inside and have that talk? I'll put on some coffee. I would never wipe that clown makeup off KJ. I had a beer only about an hour ago. What could go wrong? Oh, you don't have to do that for me. I want to have the energy to listen to what you have to say, and that long ride home made me a little sleepy. Okay, Princess, lead the way. It's pretty late, so we try to stay as quiet as we can. My roommate is the worst when they're tired and cranky. Cozy little place you got here. Thanks, it's kind of crappy, but it's mine. We head to my room and sit on the bed together. Alistair is sleeping away in the corner, so we keep the lights off. Yeah, I can say kind of crappy, but it's mine about a lot of things right now. Tonight's performance, for example. About that. We've been rehearsing for weeks, and right at the most important moment, I totally lost it, with everyone watching. What were you thinking when I lost it on stage? I don't know yet. Tonight's still kind of a blur. I really haven't had time to process. That's understandable. I'm still really sorry, though. That was really reckless of me. And not like in a cool way that's impressive. Has this happened before? Only at the last rehearsal, but it was much worse this time. For some reason, I started picturing my dad saying how disappointed he is in me, and Bo Young looking down on me no matter what I do. And then I pictured you and how... Deirdre, I would never hurt you. I know that sounds like empty words, but for real, please believe me. That anger was all for me. Oh. That fuck you was for me, for my stage fright. And you were there watching, and I was so ashamed, and it built and built, and then I had a total meltdown, and now I've got to pick up the pieces. Like, have you ever felt you were finally getting on top of things, but then out of nowhere it all breaks, and you can't figure out why, and you look like a stupid little child? For real? Sorry, I meant that as a rhetorical question. I'm not done talking yet. Sorry, zipping it. Was that rude? Am I speaking out of turn? Shit. Sorry, thanks for being patient with me. Anyway, I was so excited to see you, Princess. When we all met up again at the park, I had to play it cool. Then again, tonight, I've always... Shit, I can't say it. Fuck, what is with me lately? I'm all tangled up in knots. KJ's eyes fill with tears again. Behind that intimidating mask of makeup and all the tough attitude, I recognize the ghost of a shy and awkward person I used to know. They sit for a moment, breathing slowly and composing their thoughts. Deirdre, do you know why I call you Princess all the time? Because I am a princess? No, let's just hold hands. I took my vow of silence and I'm sticking with it. I grasp KJ's hand in both of mine and give them a little smile. They stare deep into my eyes and I see a sparkle of joy behind the tears. Yeah, it's something like that. Aww. I really like you, Deirdre. I always have, like since we first met. Do you think everyone else figured it out? Oh God, I can only imagine how much Bo Young must have bitched about it behind my back. Why did nobody tell me they knew? Wait, did she say something the other day about being your pet, didn't she? Fuck. Focus, KJ. You're right. Sorry. God, I'm really an open wound tonight. They draw a deep breath. Like, it's okay if you don't feel the same way about me. I've been at peace with that for years now. Like, I did all these changes for me first. Authentic self and all that. We only have one life after all. But when you gave me that call to come to the park, I don't know what happened, but all I could think about was how you were going to react to me riding up on my motorbike. So, what do you think? About you? They slide a little closer to me and give me a longing look. Yeah, do you like me? The real me? Kissing! Without hesitation, I swing in and smooch that ridiculous clown face. After a moment of stunned surprise, they wrap an arm around my waist and their free hand firmly pulls me in closer. Is this right? I'm not sure. It is nice, though. Yay, kissing! I can always text them and apologize in the morning. KJ suddenly leaps to their feet. Yes, woohoo smooching! At last! I should get going. You probably have work tomorrow. Maybe KJ just realized how weird this is, too. You got my makeup all over you. Totally worth it, I think. But thanks for listening. I'm really grateful you were here for me at my absolute worst. This has got to be in the top 10 weirdest days ever. I walk KJ downstairs and watch as they warm up their motorbike and ride away into the cold night. Every time I think I finally understand KJ, they find new ways to surprise me. Today was a lot. I kick off my shoes and give Alistair a half-hearted wave. Between looking into Lee's and work being off, I deserve a moment to chill. Isn't that right, Alistair? Yay for impulsive 2 a.m. decisions! Yeah, I miss when you were able to talk. I don't. I like doing Alistair's voice as a cat. Alistair is pawing at my television set. TV, huh? Thought you'd be meowing for dinner first. I bet you just want to watch those corny soaps again. I mean, he would. Alistair looks a bit offended. I'm joking. I'm just as invested in you and Jen and Dawson's relationship. I fish the remote out of my bed sheets and flip on the TV. Alistair jumps up beside me and pushes his paw into the remote. He's trying to change channels, but his motor skills need some work. It's adorable seeing him so determined. Channels blip by slowly until DCTV5 News pops up on the screen. You want to watch the news? It's a special program about former magical girl squads. For decades, communities across the world have owed their peaceful lives to the work of enigmatic magical girls. The residents of Diamond Cove fondly remember the service our now retired sentinels put into achieving peace. Alistair looks totally engrossed in the program. I guess it's nice to feel appreciated. Today we'll look back on some exceptional magical predecessors who worked hard to keep the world safe. Petal Princess, Fruit Fatale, and solo star Sweetie Honey. The program drones on about Petal Princesses, a trio of floral magical girls with purifying powers. Bonded together, they worked to put a stop to a magically enhanced automotive company that was responsible for drowning their city in smog. Black and white photos of the girls smiling towards the camera flash by on screen. They look proud of their work. The reporter speculates on the group's whereabouts now. It's been 30 years since their last appearance. A climate-conscious group from the 60s is pretty rad. They were totally ahead of their time. I grab a half-eaten box of crackers to snack on while the program continues. Maybe I'm just hungry, but I'm more tired than usual after work. Next up, Fruit Fatale, a bold, colorful group active in the late 70s. Stay tuned to learn about the group's tragic end. Lee's would love them, yes. Flora and fauna. Alistair has curled up in a ball in my lap. Apparently, Fruit Fatale was led by Strawberry Sowery, a pink-themed magical girl with the ability to float. She was backed by 3 other fruit-themed girls. Muscat Marina boasted ability-enhancing capabilities. According to the program, she paired well with another member named Banana Brie. The 4th member, Avocado Anna, could absorb magical power from the enemy. I'm almost done with my stack of crackers. It's not helping much with energy levels. Not exactly seeing how the fruit theme is related to their powers. Fruit Fatale were on their way to becoming the best and brightest stars of the 70s until one fated day. Alistair's ears prick upward. A picture of Strawberry Salary is shown, shifting from full color to grayscale. December 31st, 1979, Strawberry Salary tragically lost her life after an accidental fall. Fruit Fatale was immediately disbanded, and the remaining 3 members have not been spotted in public since. The program continues, speculating on potential causes of Salary's accident. Why couldn't she stop her fall with her floating ability? Was she mid-battle with a terrible enemy? There's a queasiness that grows in my stomach as the reporter muses on the dangers of magical girlhood. I think about close calls we had in the past. Some days we celebrated after the fights. We felt like we were on top of the world. Other days we were exhausted and we got hurt. Alistair, can we please change the channel? I'm not feeling this tonight. Sorry, bud. I'm super tired. I just need to sleep it off. Finally time for bed. I stay up way too late reading my favorite shoujo manga. Which love interest will Minako choose? When do I finally get to sleep in? Never. I overslept and now I'm late for work. If I have to listen to the manager talk about us being a family one more time. Welcome to Glamour Pop. Ugh, I'm a bit tired today. Oh, is everything all right? I'm unlovable. I'll never recover from this divorce. Whoa, ma'am, what's going on? I threw my diamond ring in the trash. It's really over this time. What is she here for? Wah! She's bawling. Is there anything I can do? Can I call somebody? Glitter compact perfume. I mean, I personally believe that glitter fixes a lot of problems. Hey, check out this new glitter sample from Sentimentality. It shimmers like diamonds, doesn't it? Oh, it does. It's just like when my husband first proposed. Give it to me. I'll pay any price for that. Her expression went twisted there for a moment. Sure, I hope it helps. I have free time now. Thankfully, I had a non-terrible day, and I feel like I have the energy to do a couple of things. Who should I go hang out with? KJ, because we were just kissing. I want to give KJ another chance and move on from what happened on our last hangout. But there was kissing at the last hangout? That's okay. They must be feeling all mixed up about it, so maybe we should clear the air. But I also might need to ask some tough questions. I'm not sure if kissing them was the right thing to do. Yes, it was! I didn't actually text KJ to apologize because I don't even know what I think yet. The scene has been replaying over and over in my mind. It was really nice and they seemed to enjoy it too, but I can't shake the feeling I may have taken advantage of them in a vulnerable moment. Oh no! I text KJ and invite them to the park. It's a little cold out, so I have a flask of hot cocoa from home. I sit for a while looking at the moon above the pond, its glow reflecting in the water. It reminds me of the motorbike ride home in the dead of night, wondering what was going on inside their helmet. I wonder if this new KJ is also a kind of armor, a tough exterior to hide something vulnerable. I want to believe them when they say they're happier this way. The quiet is interrupted by the now familiar sounds of KJ's motorbike. Hey. No princess? That can't be good. Hi KJ, how are you? Honestly, I'm kind of surprised you wanted to meet up again. You feeling charitable or something? What? Well, I want to say ready for round 2, but that doesn't seem to be reading the room right. How about I just wanted to hang? Just sit and be with our thoughts? Not a bad idea. I promise I'll be more level-headed this time. Last time was hella weird. I'm really sorry I put you through that. I've never acted out like that before, and I wanted to apologize. I'm sorry I fucking humiliated the both of us in public for a start. The band is going to be looking for a new bassist. That's probably for the best. I was taking on too much anyway. Feelings are boring. Kissing is awesome. I know, right? Oh, but KJ's upset. Come on, take a seat. I brought cocoa. Shit, you remembered. Oh. I gambled on some things about you not changing. It's still your favorite, right? Yeah. KJ takes a seat beside me and I pour them a mug of cocoa. They take a sip and think for a moment. Geez, when was the last time I drank hot cocoa? I think it might have been while the gang was still together. Weren't we fighting Freya the Ice Queen? Ooh. I think you brought some cocoa along to keep us warm. An army marches on its stomach. Yeah, you always did bring snacks, huh? It's a good quality. Do you also remember what happened? Not really. Jackie punched her real hard, or Miranda exploded something. Before that, there was a cave-in. Oh God, you're right. Wow, that just unlocked a bunch of memories. It was so dark and claustrophobic, I was terrified we were going to die. Me too, but we didn't. Obviously not, unless heaven is really boring. And? Sorry, Princess, you've lost me. KJ, we're only still alive because of you protecting us. Everything we've achieved since couldn't have happened without you. Jackie's gym? Gone. Miranda's workshop? Gone. Ara's pop career? Gone. Even though I know you'd prefer that. And that's just one example. There are many other times we'd be dead if you weren't there. Are you trying to guilt me into keeping my powers? Is that why I'm here? No, it's your choice. What I'm saying is that you always were and still are essential to the team. I mean that as sentinels and as friends. And even if you do give up your powers, I don't want you to give up on us. No. I'd hate to lose you again, KJ. We don't agree on everything. We've all changed in our own ways, some more than others. But it's hard to ignore how all of us, out of all of us, you're the only one who really wants their powers to disappear. More than anything, I want to understand, why do you want to give it up? It's hard to talk about that without going into some other stuff too. Like, everyone only sees me how they want to see me. I'm right here screaming, this is who I am at the top of my lungs, but it's not good enough. Bo-young only ever sees a sad little bubble girl pissing their pants at the first sign of danger. She's allowed to reinvent herself as Ara, but I don't deserve that privilege. My dad watched his shy little daughter grow a spine and he hates it. He says I've been brainwashed by the media and after the end times I'm gonna burn in hell. Yikes. Jackie's been a support figure to me for so long, I think she's afraid to be anything else. And that goddamn anime ridiculed me every chance it got. They drew my glasses so thick you can't see my eyes. It's like I'm not even a real person, just a tragic clown. Oh. KJ sighs and takes a long sip of cocoa. It's a lot to unpack, I know. We have plenty of time so we can talk about those one by one. Ask about the anime. Yeah, the anime didn't really do you justice, huh? How to phrase this? I was in an online chat the other day and someone was throwing the word pierogi around. Everyone found it hilarious for some reason. Glad to stop by. Catch you later. It's Ramadan for us fasting. My name is Khalid. Okay. Hi. Thanks for stopping by. Pierogi describes an awkward, unattractive girl who won't leave you alone. So of course I then asked, why pierogi? Someone put up a picture from the anime of me. Well, Sentinel Pierogi. But they made it a joke in the show that nobody knows how to pronounce that. And of course, when the writers realized a pierogi means the closest point of two orbiting interstellar objects. Oh, so that's what it means. Are you for real? You never knew this whole time? Do I look like I work for NASA? No, but like, did you never wonder? Actually, never mind. Anyway, because of that meaning, they made my character super annoying and clingy. And that's my thanks for defending Earth. Humiliation. I'm a clown. Ara gets to say to the whole world, look at me, I'm the beautiful and talented Sentinel Aurora, and her fans love it. They love her. If I was outed as Sentinel Pierogi, that's just the end of my life right there. I'd be laughed at everywhere I go. We'd all still be your friend if that helps. I'd ask Jackie to beat up anyone who bullies you. Just like high school all over again. Exactly how you want to start your 20s. Oh. Ask about Ara. Okay, I hate to ask, but can we finally talk about Ara? It's like anytime someone says her name, you flare up. And like, can I trust you two to work together? I know it's uncool of me to hate on her as much as I do. She really knows how to get under my skin. Well, she is a high-maintenance sellout using our secret identities for personal gain, and, let me try this from a different angle. You know how Ara wants to be the big sister of the group? Yeah, I remember Miranda having an issue with that when we first met up again. I think she's really struggling to let go of that role. Like, I know I used to need a lot of hand-holding back in the day, but I'm better at taking care of myself now. I don't know, KJ. I've needed to hold your hand quite a lot lately. I feel like, I don't know, Ara sees that as some kind of threat. Like, that I don't need her in that way anymore, so she keeps trying to put me in my place. I wonder if you should just tell her then, that you do need her. Wait, what? Tell her that you need her, be the bigger person, and make the first move. Make a move to be friends? Yeah, what else could I mean? Unless, oh yikes, maybe I won't kick that beehive today. LOL. I think you need to rebuild that bridge. Oh, look at her face, their face, KJ. Wah. Otherwise, I think you two are just gonna escalate until one of you crosses a line and you'll never be able to forgive each other. Good pep talk, coach. I have my moments. Jackie! So what about Jackie has you concerned exactly? In the early days, when I realized that being a girl was making me miserable and I needed to change, I didn't really know who to turn to. I was a total mess, crying almost every day. And then out of nowhere, Jackie calls me up. Oh, oops, I skipped too far, too fast. She's been through similar stuff, and so she knows how hard it can be. And from there, we're seeing each other about once a week, talking about it all, about my dad or my future or whatever. She almost convinced me to join her gym. Maybe I will someday, learn some self-defense or something. I can scroll up to roll back a few lines of dialogue. Ooh, can I still do that? Oh, I can! Thank you, I didn't realize that. Where was it? Okay, I'm satisfied now, thank you, Evie. Anyway, I think I was such a ball of tears and snot for so long that it kind of ruined our friendship. What do you mean? I don't know, it's like I can feel a bad vibe or something when we're in the same room, like she's holding back from me. Probably scared of hurting my sensitive little feelings. Hello, Hello Kitty cell phone charm. Evie does have the inside scoop, it's very helpful. Hello Kitty cell phone charm. I don't know how long you've been watching, but the main person I am trying to romance is this one, KJ. Because look at them. Very Trent from Daria energy, in my opinion. I'm sure if you asked, she might tell you you're probably the two closest people on the whole team. Right? Trent from Daria. All my cartoon crushes are versions of Trent from Daria. You think so? Yeah, it's really obvious from the way you both interact. You really get one another on a deep level. Oh, I guess that's nice to have confirmed. I really do like her. As a friend, she's my best friend. Oh, KJ's just in love with everybody. Uh-huh. Ask about KJ's dad. They are. Okay, so I don't really know your dad, but what you said sounded really intense. Yeah, a big heart. Yeah, my brothers and I are gonna have our hands full with him. He's sure the world is gonna end with Y2K. Wait, does he know about magic disappearing? No, it's the thing about the clocks resetting on January 1st. Lots of old computers won't know how to handle it and go haywire, apparently. This game is so amazing. This game is amazing, isn't it? I'm so into it. Also, I sometimes briefly forget that it's 1999 and that it's almost the millennium. And I'm very excited to see how that plays out. I do remember that. Man, it was on the news all the time. Banks, aerospace, hospitals, the military, you name it. Wait, what? That's terrible. Cool your jets. It's something the IT industry has known about for years and has been fixing. Also true. Everything important will be just fine, probably. For some reason, even though my dad's an IT contractor for the government, he's convinced himself they haven't done enough to prevent disaster. He's been prepping for the apocalypse for about a year now, and it's been difficult to handle. We've tried reasoning with him, even trying to meet him halfway on some stuff. Like, I don't know what parts of the internet he gets his ideas from, but I really wish he'd listen to his own family instead. He's a smart guy, usually quite reasonable, but since Mom passed, he's just been slipping. I think I'd like to talk about something else now, please. Oh, KJ. I place my hand on KJ's. Of course, let me think. And then there's you. What about me? You're perfect. Like, literally a beautiful space princess with superpowers. Beautiful. Without you and the rings and the team, I'd probably be working in an office somewhere, dying inside. How could I ever compare to that? To you? KJ, I think you might also be seeing what you want to see. I'm not perfect, like, at all. I'm actually kind of a mess, to be honest. And I'm flattered, but also now kind of worried over how that's made you feel all these years. Is that why you had a meltdown on stage? Because your playing wasn't good enough for your idea of perfect me? Yeah. Oh. I think you're perfect too. What? Don't be silly. You're just teasing me because I'm a total car crash. She's blushing. No, I mean it. Back in school, I loved you dearly as a friend and a sentinel. You were going to have a special place in my heart no matter what happened afterwards. But all these years later, you rock up to the park on your motorbike and just casually start calling me princess. You made one hell of an impression on me. In the years since the team broke up, I've been kind of drifting and unsure what to do with myself. And you're out here turning your whole life upside down to become someone who makes you happy. Not only do I admire it, I'm actually kind of envious, honestly. You, the Princess Sentinel Starlight, jealous of me? Yeah, KJ, I wish I had half your resolve. What you're doing isn't easy. 99% of us will never try something like it. Your bubbles aren't the only thing that's tough. You are too. You have all this crap going on, and yet you're still trying to be a good friend and make it all work out. And yes, you have moments where you break. We all do. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Except maybe don't break any more guitars in the future. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun call with my therapist. But you're working your cute butt off to be who you want to be, and it's paying off. You look incredible, and you're much more confident in yourself. They do look incredible. Sorry, say that again? Oh, that you look incredible? You know what I meant. And you must be hearing things. What is it? I know I got really friendly with you last time and all, and I like that you just complimented my butt, but I put on a big show with my confidence, but I struggle to open up with people physically. Oh. Kissing is fine, but anything more is... You're okay. That doesn't shy me away. It doesn't? Nope. We can take things one step at a time. Interesting to hear you're okay with kissing, though. I'll keep that in mind. We sit for a while longer, enjoying the last of the cocoa, and reminiscing on some of the happier memories from our Sentinels years. KJ seems to be in a much better mood after our talk. It seems as if they finally got a chance to let go of their worries, even if it's only for a little while. I don't want to jinx it, but it feels like I'm finally beginning to understand who KJ is. Oh. I called everyone to the school to tell them the update about Lise. We followed Lise, and she's definitely not behind all this. Are you sure? Totally certain. Ara sits in a chair looking drained and a bit sullen. We're sure. Whatever's happening seems to be affecting her too, and she's not alone. The customers at the store lately have been pretty odd, either manic and dreamy or zombie-like. This can't be a coincidence. So we're back to square one. More like square -10. The problem is growing and we still don't have any answers. Bang! We hear a sudden noise from the hallway. No one should be here at this hour. Someone's here. Better not be Solaire again. I hope it is Solaire so I can do his voice. Quick, bubble shield! Oh, order around Bubble Girl, just like old times. Bet you'd like that, huh? Right, I forgot you only listen to your princess. Deirdre, tell your pet to do something more useful than wine. Ara, stop being mean. Besides, our magic might backfire. Jackie steps confidently toward the door. Jackie, it's not safe. Our powers may not work. Jackie cracks her neck and holds out her fists. But these still work. She posts up at the door, ready to strike. KJ takes the other side, holding a classroom chair above their head. I put Ara and Miranda behind me. Miranda shifts and puts herself defensively in front of us both. I can see you're both exhausted. Hang back. We have this. She's right, but if anything happens, I might not be able to heal everyone. I can't fail them like this. We look anxiously toward the door. Intruder. Oops! Oh no! Smack! The sound of someone tripping and hitting the ground. Jackie uses this opportunity to throw open the door, and we see Lise! Lise on the floor! Hello! Jackie drops her stance. Is she blushing? You can always count on Jackie to be Jackie. Hello there. Lise, what are you doing here? I thought you said she wasn't the villain. Let her talk. Lise, are you okay? Miranda. Yeah. Oh, Miranda! Yeah, I'm okay. Lisa's eyes widen when she takes in the whole crew. You must be Jackie. You look very strong today. And KJ, oh, what's up? I'm cool. You hanging out? KJ smirks at Lise, trying to be chill. They turn to Ara. Real evil genius over here, right? Lise sees Ara and looks confused. The celebrity guest is here too? Lise, why are you here? I came to work at the end of your shift to thank you for the other day. People were weird. I wanted to make sure you were okay, so I followed you? Guess we'll call that even. Something's going on, isn't it? I look to the others, but their looks say that it's up to me to decide. Tell her the truth! I take Lise aside and fill her in about magic failing, how it seems to be affecting ordinary people too. She takes it all in thoughtfully. And you're a magical girl. Pulled from retirement, but yes. And what are all your powers? How many villains have you fought? Have your identities been compromised? Lise, I know it's a lot to take in. I can't answer everything tonight, but I will, I promise. It is a lot to take in. And I said all that stuff about magical girls. Yeah, what's up with that? Miranda elbows Ara. When I was little, I was playing out in the national forest that my family lived in and cared for. I guess some big villain had been attacking Diamond Cove, and some magical girl team drew the villain away from the city to avoid casualties. But one of them accidentally started a forest fire. I know they didn't mean to, but the smell of burning, the animals screeching and running, my home. If we had only known the plan, maybe we could have evacuated or prepared or even helped. I felt so scared and small that day. But the firefighters and the volunteers, it took days, but they took on the blaze. That's when I knew I wanted to do something good in the world too. And I wanted to do it in defiance of magic, that even being ordinary, I can make a difference. Lise, I'm so sorry about your home. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have judged all magical girls based on that day. I resented your strength because I felt weak. And I'm older now. I know that good actions can have unintended consequences. I'm especially sorry to you, Ara. What? Me? I judged you especially harshly. I hope you can forgive me. Well, since you said it so nicely, and I bet you're all here trying to find a way to help, aren't you? Even at the expense of your own safety. Ooh, hang on. I have something in my eye. Sorry to do that on screen. Touch my own eyeball. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. We are. Whatever's happening is spreading fast. It's going to be a big fight, isn't it? Do I want Lise to join us, or will that be putting her in danger? I think Lise should join us. We're gonna do it. Yes. It'll be that much more manageable with you on our side. I think so. Lise lights up. You really think I can help? I hate to be the bee in the bonnet, but she doesn't have powers. Neither do we right now, technically. I know I'll feel stronger with her around. I ship Miranda and Lise now. I bet she has lots of great skills. I do. I can film your exploits. I'm great at animal calls. I can compliment you in battle, and I bet it'll make you feel stronger. I can create distractions. Whoa, girl. We know you'll be able to help for now. Welcome to the Sentinels. Yay! What's my name going to be? Can I be Sentinel Beaver? Beavers bond for life. No, that's so presumptuous that I'd be called Sentinel. Perhaps team support codename Aardvark? Let's start with getting you up to speed. Welcome to our dysfunctional family. We discuss our plan to be more aggressive in our investigation of the problem. Hopefully we'll be able to figure out what's happening soon. And now we're even stronger. Whoever's behind this better watch out. Time for bed. Alistair curls up in bed with me and falls asleep on his side. He always hogs the mattress. I hear the sound of laughter. Ara's giggle rings out higher than the rest. No, not Ara. It's Bo Young's voice. Bo Young with Miranda, Jackie, and KJ. They're sitting in a circle on the rooftop of our high school. Jackie beckons me over with a big grin. She gives me a supportive pat on the back as I sit with them. On the left of Jackie, I see Miranda focused on her woodcarving project. I never took Miranda for being so artsy, but she's been delving into the hobby pretty hard lately. A bespectacled brunette KJ hovers over her. They give Miranda an awkward thumbs up when Miranda holds what appears to be a crude carving of Alistair up to examine. He looks a little wonky, but charming wonky. I give the wooden Alistair a nod of approval. Bo Young makes a comment and Jackie smiles along. I exhale and feel my whole body relax. This is my team. Better yet, these are my best friends. I'm where I'm meant to be. And then I feel a sharp pain. Ugh! 4 points around my stomach. It's like acupuncture, but instead of needles, it's pure concentrated weight. Is it Alistair's claws? Yes, 8 tons each. Ow! I wake up in bed. Alistair hovering over me, peering right into my soul. I knew it because I've been there. Alistair, seriously? That's when I register the sound of my alarm. How long has it been going off? Alistair's the best. I'm gonna need, when does Chirashi merchandising start? Because I'm gonna need like a giant plush Alistair to sit in my bed with me and my IRL cat. I push Alistair off me and roll over to check the time. It's noon. Yeah, time to think about merchandising. Alistair plushes of every size. Maybe a weighted one. That's what I really want. Yeah, merch. Yeah, can I order a weighted Alistair plush, please? Like big enough to squish like at least my whole torso. That would be my personal ideal. I whip myself out of bed. My legs feel like lead and I want nothing more than to bury myself under the covers, but I'm already late for work. I know, you probably tried to wake me up sooner. I grab my makeup, I'm like seriously late, I could get fired. And I really shouldn't bother with this now, but... Alistair, I know how late I am, but my manager would hate to see me barefaced at work. I may as well... I fasten my hair up quickly and grab makeup samples strewn about the countertop. It's from the sentimentality line. I could use something different for once, but... It doesn't matter. It's time to hurry up and put my look on. I can feel Alistair clawing up and down my pajama pants. Once my face finally comes together, I'm starting to feel a bit more energized. I remember my dream from earlier. I definitely wanted to hold on to that moment a little longer. That's probably why I slept in. Ugh, I think I'm ready to go. And Alistair, chill. I'm meeting with the squad later. We're gonna figure this out. Alistair blinks at me, but not in a cute, cat slow blink kind of way, in a judgmental way. I'll be back later. I scramble with my shoes, nearly forgetting my keys on the way out the door. Time for work. I wonder what Lise is up to. Welcome to Glamour Pop. Give it to me! You, give it to me! Whoa, calm down. What are you looking for? Hey, please don't break the glass. Ours brush set, eyeshadow, or lipstick? Well, I want to keep giving people samples from the sentimentality line, so we'll do that. I should keep my distance. I'll chuck it at them. Take this! Look, ours brush set just landed at your feet. Ah! Seems like they're satisfied with this. I have free time now. Thankfully, not terrible day. Energy to do a couple things. Who should I go hang out with? Let's go check on Lise. I hope Lise is okay. Lise and I decide to get some air and a break from the holiday shoppers. We plop on a park bench and enjoy people watching. Okay, what about him? What's his secret? Oh, I think he's hiding that he's a villain virtuoso. He gave up musical stardom after his prized violin was stolen. No other instrument feels quite right. At night, he stalks the streets looking for the thief to no avail. Whoa, that's intense. My turn. Okay, what about that lady? Well, clearly she's secretly an heiress. Fancy. Go on. Who is on a mission to destroy the suspense. The vampire who turned her. What a twist! We both crack up. As the laughter dies down, Lise turns to me with a more serious look in her eye. We've been sharing a lot of secrets of our own lately, but I'm glad I've been getting to know more about you. It's true, Lise finally knows I'm a former magical girl and she's opened up about her past. I have told her a lot, but not everything. She doesn't know that I'm actually an alien yet. Kind of a big reveal, huh? But she's already taken in a lot. Same, Lise. We spent so much time together at the store and that was really fun, but I'm also happy that we've gotten closer these last few days. Which is why there's something else I want to share. I've been dancing around my true fear about my future. It has to do with my parents. Your parents? Didn't you say they work for a nonprofit saving endangered ecosystems? Isn't that kind of ideal? It is and it isn't. Growing up, my parents were super passionate. They taught me so much about ecology, biology, conservation. I loved it, and they seemed so happy and excited. But now, I know they're doing what's important to them. They're trying to save the environments that they love. But they seem miserable. How so? The fight for the cause never ends. They're exhausted all the time, and it's a real uphill battle. They keep hitting setback after setback, so they're getting bitter. They come home and argue or yell about politicians and lobbyists who are selfish and short-sighted. They never go out for hikes with me anymore because they're too tired. They say they can't even watch a nature documentary because it's too much like work. Oh. Visiting them is painful, so when I think about my future, I'm afraid. You're afraid of losing your passion. It's terrifying. If I stopped caring, then my work would suffer too. I wouldn't be helpful anymore. But even worse, I can't imagine who I am without my passions. What would make life joyful? What would make it meaningful? I think I'm finally starting to understand why you've been avoiding thinking about your future. That's a lot. You're the one who's finally made me want to face it. But do you think making a career out of something you love always leads to losing your passion for it? A great question that I've asked myself many times. I think it is about balance. I don't think it's inevitable to lose your passion if it's your career. But how do I know that I could avoid it? It's a big risk. But it could be worth it. Who says you'll end up exactly like your parents? You already sense things they need. They need to get back out in nature, remember why they love it, and maybe they need to take a break every once in a while. You could learn from them, be more mindful. That's true. And you've got me and people who care about you. If you keep confiding in us, we'll be able to help. I can certainly provide movie marathons and snacks when you need some rest. And I'm sure I can find someone who would love to go hiking with you. But you'd love hiking, the views, the air. Snacks taste great when you're on top of a mountain. Tell me what snacks you have and we can negotiate. This is also how I feel about hiking. Tell me what snacks you want and I'll make it happen. Lise suddenly looks at me, blushing. You're a really wonderful friend. I'm glad that I'm facing my fears now, but I'm also glad, in a way, that I was afraid. I never would have worked at Glamour Pop and met you otherwise. Aw, shucks. Cheers to feeling lost but finding your people. Cheers to that. Lise sits a little closer to me. We enjoy the air of the park as long as we can before it's time to go home. Who should I go hang out with now? Let's check on Jackie. I haven't seen Jackie in a while. Lise is a sweetheart. Someone else decide who I should go see. I really like Jackie and Miranda. Miranda? Okay, Miranda. I visit Miranda at the woodshop again, but both of us are feeling exhausted and the room feels a bit stuffy. Oh, she's Evie's baby. Miranda suggests going to the park to get some air. It sounds nice. We sit on a bench. It's an overcast night. Too bad, I was hoping we could see the stars a little bit. Miranda also has like a really killer 90s outfit, in case I didn't bring that up before. Like the bucket hat and her like arm warmers. Very cool. Yeah, it's a really good look. Really strong look all around. Great colors. Lisa's, yes, amazing. Amazing artwork. You've been keeping up quite the schedule between our investigations and your work at the woodshop. I don't mind keeping busy, but I'm feeling it lately. Me too. I reach into my bag and pull out some trail mix that Lise made. She leaves it in the staff break room for anyone to take. I take a lot. Wear that next week? I could not pull that look off. First of all, because I don't wear colors, except for this dress, which is not black. It is gold and burgundy. But I don't think I could handle a pale pink. I think it looks great on Miranda and a lot of other people who are not me. I'm too pale to wear pale colors. Trail mix for energy. My dress looks like Yennefer. Thank you. It is in fact from the Black Milk Witcher collection. Which I ordered from Australia. That sounds good. We crunch on our snack, and I think about how to bring up what I want to say. Sometimes I'm not sure how to approach our conversations. When you leave some things unsaid, I just have to react or guess what you're getting at, but I feel like I mess up. It's been like that since we were in the Sentinels. I hate the feeling that you think I don't care about your voice in matters. I really do. But I want to know how I can be better at helping you feel open with me. Black Milk? It's the name of a clothing company. It's one word, Black Milk. I have a couple of their dresses which are pretty cute. It's pretty goth though, so I don't think you would like it, Zikalasha. This has been on my mind too. It can be hard for me to be direct right after being asked a question. And if I'm working with my hands or something, I'm not ignoring you. It's because it helps me gather my thoughts. That's good to know. Sometimes I know what I'm feeling, but I don't have the words formed for it yet. Do you feel like they're more formed now? I think so. Miranda, would you feel comfortable if we continued our conversation from the other day? Can I ask you a question first? Of course. What do you feel about your magic? The magic is just something I carry with me, connects me to the legacy of magical girls. I haven't really thought about it. It's just something I carry with me. It's part of me, inseparable, like my lungs. I don't think about it much, but it's there, like breathing. Do you think having magic meant you had to be a magical girl? Why do you ask? I've been thinking about my magic a lot lately. It hasn't always felt like it was mine, just a tool to use as a magical girl. A tool? Like it doesn't belong to me. Then who would it belong to? Sentinel Nova. Ah. I wait patiently. I can see she's trying to form her thoughts and I don't want to interrupt. I want to show her she's worth waiting for. When I used my magic, it's like it was using me instead. Trying to control it was like trying to hold on to a handful of sand. Just ran through my fingers. Sentinel Nova could use it like instinct. But Miranda, it feels like it happens when I don't intend it, or when I don't intend it to, or sometimes won't come when I call it, and I don't know what that means. Where does magic fit into my life now? You keep talking about Sentinel Nova like it wasn't you. That's how it felt. All that frill and girliness, it was a performance. It didn't feel like me. I kind of dissociated from Sentinel Nova, like a costume I put on and took off. It was a big relief when I got to take off the costume for good. It took a big toll on me to have to pretend like that. I'm much more self-assured about who I am now, except the magic feels so connected with Sentinel Nova. I think that's why it's been hard to see the magic as still my own. I nod to show I'm listening and understanding. I sit with what she said. I never knew this side of her. I'm really glad you felt like you could share that with me. I wish I knew what to say. You don't have to say anything. I'm just glad to feel heard. But I do have thoughts, just not the words yet. Now you know how I feel all the time. Oh. She says it warmly. I try to gather my thoughts when the clouds part and the stars peek out, twinkling at us. I look at Miranda and she smiles. That's right, her powers come from the stuff of stars. When she needed to recharge, she would sit under the night sky and let their light within her. I can tell even now that she's feeling more energized. She starts to softly glow. It's incredibly beautiful. She's incredibly beautiful. This is her light coming from her. Look at yourself. What? You're glowing. This always happens at night. That's what I mean, Miranda. This, your glow, your magic, it's part of you, not Sentinel Nova. You. Being a magical girl and having magic don't have to be the same thing. Miranda's eyes fill with hope. I think that's why our powers don't go away when we retire. We have to choose to pass them on with the rings if we want to. Otherwise, they're ours for life. Well, except for what's going on now. Do you think magic is really disappearing? I can feel my powers weakening a little. Do you think it'll be gone soon? Will you miss it? If your magic goes away? I think I would. After trying to work without my magic lately, I realize it's pretty second nature for it to flow through me. Miranda is quiet for a little while, staring up at the stars. I don't think I want it to go away, but I want to find a way for it to feel more like mine. I believe in you. It's your power. You should claim it however you want. Thank you. Our talks are really helping me organize my thoughts on this. I want to do something to thank you, make something for you, and I want to do it purposefully using the magic I have, especially if it might not be here forever. Would you let me make you something? Another great merchandising opportunity, Evie. Miranda's crafts. Miranda's carvings. What would you like? A piece of wearable art, a treasure box, anything she wants. Anything she wants! Anything you want, Miranda! What do you want to make? I don't think I could choose. But I asked you. Oh, am I stressing her out? I'm sorry, Miranda. But I said you could make whatever. A classic Deirdre Miranda stalemate. Guess our communication styles still have a ways to go to be compatible. Sorry, Miranda. I'll come up with something. I'm gonna head back. I'm sort of excited to start working on it. I'll walk with you. I walk Miranda back to the workshop, but I can tell her head is already in her next project. I'm flattered she wants to make something for me. I can't wait to see what it is. Yay, Miranda! I'm the last to arrive as everybody else is seated and sipping on their gallon sodas. Closing up Glamour Pop for the day felt like a waking nightmare. I could barely keep myself together as I stumbled out the door. Tell me someone grabbed a drink for me. I'm exhausted. I feel like I just walked through a desert to get here and an oasis is right in front of me. And the oasis is full of sweet, sweet Diet Pepsi. Very good. Miranda raises an eyebrow and slides a cup my way. Seriously, you've got to take better care of yourself, Deirdre. Your complexion isn't looking so hot. Eat something. I plop down in the empty seat and plant my face straight on the table. I promise you, this isn't just low blood sugar. It's been like this all week. It's been that way for me too. Work is normally exhausting, but now I feel a little brown bat. I feel like a little brown bat. Oh, I see the resemblance. They're cute too. Man, everybody is in love with Lise. I love it. I don't think she means a physical resemblance. This is the part when Lise then tells us an animal fact, like little brown bats are tired a lot or something. Lise does not provide a fun fact about little brown bats, however, because she's already drifted off into a half-sleep, leaning on Miranda's shoulder. Have we mentioned how great Lise's pink moonbelt is? You're so right. I had not mentioned it out loud. Ooh, yeah. You know, I think a moon belt is something I would wear, maybe even if it was pink. But Hello Kitty cell phone charm, I think you definitely need a pink belt with a moon buckle. So many great merchandising opportunities here. Ara pops open a chip bag and dumps the contents onto a tray in front of us. She has her eye-catching wig on again. Yeah, I can offer some solidarity on that front. I felt like garbage in the recording studio today. It's weird, I feel alright in the mornings when I'm getting ready, but later when I'm really in the thick of work, this horrible feeling just gets worse and worse. I feel like I just crave breaks, taking a few minutes to freshen up, get some air. That's the only time I feel normal lately, happy even. Of course, the guys at the studio think I'm just a massive diva. Jackie puts down a comically huge burger. Is that thing a triple stack? Also, sorry, more fashion notes. Ara's little pink hair clip. Very, very 1999. Very strong hair clip game. I know what you mean. I've gotten even more tired in training. My head's been foggy. I've had to cancel on Layla a few times because I just can't bring my A game. I'm trying to do right by her, but I've been too distracted and fussy over how I look, and it's seriously getting into my head. I never took myself for the vain type, but maybe it's old insecurities coming back. Jackie, honestly, I'm not experiencing these symptoms on the same level as you guys, and I wish I knew what was going on. At least Miranda and I have mostly been in the clear. Well, about that, I know I said in the past that I wasn't experiencing it, but I think I am actually a little bit. Even you? There's been a lot on my mind lately, and I feel like I'm falling behind at work. I got scolded the other day for forgetting to put on safety glasses. She would never. I mean, that's like safety rule number 1. Miranda pauses, looking uncomfortable at what she just disclosed. The Miranda I know would never mess up a simple safety procedure like that. This can't go on. The loss of our magic is one thing, but our health is another. A beat passes. Everyone is lost in thought. I think about everything that's happened so far. The gradual loss of our powers, how I can no longer understand Alistair, how we investigated Lise and found her acting way more than strange, the seemingly random flashes of nostalgia, remembering our glory days far more than usual, and this gnawing feeling in the pit of my stomach that I should get up right now and put on another coat of lipstick. Makeup. Oh, the bathroom's to the left. Actually, I'll go with you. I think my mascara is clumping again. Blech! No. Guys, hear me out. I frantically rummaged through my purse and dumped the contents on the table. Amongst crinkled receipts and dusty candy wrappers are the samples of sentimentality I've been using all week. I grab a makeup brush. It's subtle, but it's there. A pull. A gut feeling that says, I need to use this. This is the source of everything that's been happening. A makeup brush? Or not just a brush. It couldn't be. The makeup? The whole table looks incredulous. A moment passes, but their faces darken. Of course, KJ and I haven't been using it like you three have, and it matches how much we've been affected. What? With the rate I've been applying it, I can't deny it makes sense. Speaking of which, our customers have been going wild for this stuff. It's like there's an addictive quality to it. It gets in your head. You start thinking about old times. Lise salivates at the sight of it. And after it fades, you're left feeling empty, which only makes you want it more. You know what? I'm done with speculating. Miranda slams her hounds down on the table and stands up, looking determined. We need definites right now. Everybody looks shocked by her outburst. Miranda's never taken the lead like this. I think back to years ago when Miranda's voice, a bit softer than the others, would falter mid-sentence, when she'd struggle to shrug off Bo Young's incessant babying, and she worried about not being able to hold a decent conversation with Jackie, and spoke quietly with KJ on the side, comforting them when the Sentinel's pillar of defense was feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes I'd see her sitting at her desk after school. She'd be carving those tiny wooden figures at her desk, totally focused. I see that same Miranda now, finally taking charge. Lise looks surprised, too, but her expression grows sad. We need to finish this. I can't stand seeing ordinary people like Lise get hurt. Miranda shoots me a look, then looks back at the table. I'm borrowing this. Miranda? Miranda holds up a highlighter compact and pops it open for everybody to see. She dabs a light finger into the glittery powder and swipes her cheek with it. We all lean in. I know I shouldn't, but just watching Miranda use the makeup makes me want to use it too. Seeing you all gathered around like this, it reminds me of how we used to hang out here after class. Shoot, it's getting to me. The feeling's just like that concealer sample I've been using to cover up some late-night dark circles. Miranda, that's enough. There must be some mistake. It's just makeup. Is it? Let's take a look inside. Miranda takes the compact and holds it up. She imbues it with just a hint of her stardust magic, just enough to burst the compact open. It lands on the table in pieces. As it does, a dark magical cloud from inside floats into the air and dissipates. That cloud, that wasn't my magic. It was someone else's. I mean, even if it was the makeup's fault, how is this happening? Who's doing it? Ara looks at me for answers, but I know she won't like what I'm about to say. Anna Lee, the woman you've been working with. No! What? I figured that ice cold No, it's like I said before, Anna Lee's doing the sentimentality line for a good cause. I'm doing this for a good cause, not the capitalist! Not the sexy cutthroat capitalist! Jackie puts a gentle hand on Ara's shoulder. She deflates slightly, looking away. Listen, Ara, this is worth investigating. If we're wrong, but we need to get to the bottom of this. I say we bust into Anna Lee's place tomorrow, you and me, Deirdre. Yeah. What? You use your authority as Glamour Pop's #1 employee to get us in the building, and I'll do the rest. Yeah, we need to take down Ms. Capitalism. The rest of the group looks dumbfounded by KJ's suggestion, but eventually Miranda nods. KJ's right. We need to get to the bottom of this. If we're right about the makeup, all those people we've handed out samples to, we have to stop the sales somehow. And who knows what long-term exposure will look like. It's decided then. Stealth and espionage. You and me, Deirdre. Sounds fine with me. We'll reconvene tomorrow with our findings. Ara is looking at the floor with a guilty expression. Jackie and Miranda seem uneasy. Jackie especially, who's now fiddling with the contents of her backpack and tossing her makeup products out on the table. I feel terrible knowing that I might have inadvertently exposed my friends to the makeup through my job. For Ara and Jackie's health, and for everybody's magic, we have to get answers. I look at KJ, who's wearing a determined expression. I know we will. Time for bed. Well, on that cliffhanger, I think it is also time for me to go eat dinner. This is a very exciting twist. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for part 2. I'm having a great time. Am I close? I'm very excited to have discovered the secret.